Hello guys, welcome back to the channel where we discuss everything Premier League football. So don't forget to like this video and also subscribe. So quickly today, we'll be talking about the last two match days. We've played two rounds of games in the Premier League so far, and we are still going to match day 38. So at the end of the second match day, Manchester City remain top of the table, having won two of their two opening games. They are followed by Brighton in second place, Arsenal in third place, and Liverpool in fourth place. All these four clubs are the only teams who have won all their two games so far in this campaign. And then in fifth place, we have Tottenham Hotspur, who have won a game and drawn another one. Followed in sixth place is Newcastle United. They've also won once and drawn the other. In seventh place, we have Nottingham Forest, won one, drawn one. In eighth place, we have Chelsea. They've won one and they've lost the first game. In ninth place, we have West Ham, who've also won one and lost one. In 10th place, we have Fulham. They've won one, they've lost one. In 11th place, we have Manchester United. They've won one and they've lost the other. In 12th place, we have Aston Villa. They've won one also and they've lost one. In 13th place, we have Brentford, who have won one and lost one too. And then from 14th down to 28th, we have teams that are yet to win a game so far in the 2024-2025 Premier League campaign. In 14th place, we have Bournemouth, who have drawn twice so far this season. We have Leicester in 15th place with a draw and a loss. We have Southampton in 16th, Crystal Palace in 17th, Ipswich Town in 18th, Wolverhampton Wanderers in 19th, and last on the table we have Everton. Southampton, Crystal Palace, Ipswich Town, Wolves and Everton are yet to win a game or draw a game so far this time. These five clubs have all lost their opening two games of the campaign. So it's no surprise that in 15, 16 and 18th are clubs that just returned to the Premier League this term. They were in the Champions League last season, talking about Leicester, Southampton and Ipswich Town. They are finding it hard to hit the ground running in this campaign, which is understandable. But there are still a lot of games to go. We have 36 more games, enough games for them to redeem themselves. And of course, we'll be looking forward to how they will fare going forward. So quickly, let's take a rundown on all the 20 games that have been played so far this season. Remember, we have 380 games in a single campaign and we've only seen 20 matches so far. So we have a lot of games to go, 360. Wow, that's a lot. So on match day one, Manchester United opened the campaign hosting Villa at Old Trafford and they won narrowly 1-0 thanks to a goal from Joshua Zirkzee. The Netherlands international striker came off the bench for his debut and he knocked the goal in the 87th minute to hand Erik ten Hag's men crucial 3 points in their first game of 2024-25. Going on to match day 2, Manchester United couldn't sustain momentum. They travelled to Amex Stadium to visit Brighton and Hove Albion and they found themselves behind just after 32 minutes. And it was through their former old boy, Danny Welbeck. Danny Welbeck opened the scoring for the hosts, and then Amad Diallo actually pulled one back in the 60th minute for the Red Devils. But Brighton left it late with Joao Pedro striking in the 95th minute to hand the Seagulls all 3 points and their second victory of this campaign. Also on match day 2, Fulham took on Leicester City. Fulham strolled to a 2-1 victory thanks to goal from Emil Smith-Rowe. The former Arsenal attacking midfielder proved himself, hit the ground running for his new side, grabbing the opener in the 18th minute, but the Foxes pulled one back through Faes in the 38th minute, but Fulham had the last laugh at the end of the day with Nigerian international attacker Alex Iwobi grabbing the winner for the Craven Cottage boys in the 70th minute. So while Leicester City lost on match day 2, they started well on match day 1 following their return to the Premier League. They drew 1-1 with Tottenham Hotspur. Pedro Porro put Hotspur ahead in the 29th minute away at the King's Palace Stadium, but the old guy, the main man himself, Jamie Vardy, former England international hitman, grabbed the equalizer for his side in the 57th minute. On match day 1 also, Everton lost 3-0 to Brighton at home. Second half goals from Kaoru Mitoma, Welbeck and Simon Adingra condemned the Toffees to a defeat in the opening game of the campaign at Goodison Park. Then on match day 2, Tottenham bounced back from their opening day draw against Leicester City, strolling to a 4-0 win against Everton at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium. Everton are finding things hard again this season. Remember, in the last 2 seasons, they've narrowly escaped relegation, and it's looking as if the Toffees will struggle again this time. On match day 2 against Spurs, they had nothing to show. They are yet to score a goal this season. Bissouma, Son, Christian Romero grabbed the goals for Spurs against Everton. Bissouma scored in the 14th minute. Son Heung-min, the captain of Spurs, added another goal in the 25th minute. Christian Romero, the Argentina international centre-back, scored in the 71st minute to make it 3-0, and then Son grabbed his brace in the 77th minute. On match day 1, Liverpool started live without legendary manager, the German, the legend, the icon, the Anfield hero Jurgen Klopp. Remember, Liverpool replaced him this summer with the Dutch manager Arne Slot, and they started live without the German with a 2-0 win away at Ipswich Town. Diogo Jota and Mohamed Salah got the goals for the Reds. While Ipswich were top of their game for the opening 45 minutes, they found it tough against one of the best sides on the planet in the second half. Jota grabbed his goal in the 68th minute, and 5 minutes later, the favourite of all FPL players, Mohamed Salah, scored his first goal of this campaign to take Liverpool up 2-0. On match day 2, Ipswich Town found it tough again, facing the defending champions, Man City. Not a good run of game for the newly promoted side. While Sami Smodics put the visitors ahead 7 minutes into the game, Erling Haaland was back in his element. The Norwegian international striker equalized for Man City from the penalty spot in the 11th minute, and then Kevin De Bruyne, the midfield maestro from Belgium, made things tough for the visitors, putting Man City up 2-1 just in the 14th minute. 2 minutes later, Haaland was at it again, grabbing his second goal of the game, putting Man City up 3-1, and then he capped things up with 2 minutes remaining in the game to grab the first hat-trick of this campaign, and Man City strolled to a comfortable 4-1 victory over Ipswich Town. The Tractor Boys are finding it tough in the Premier League, while Man City continue to show why they have been champions in the last 4 seasons. They are looking to make it 5 Premier League campaigns in a row. Wow, that's massive. Pep Guardiola is turning Premier League into a farmers league, like the Twitter boys will say. Remember, back in Bundesliga, he was comfortable with Bayern Munich, winning back-to-back titles. He did something similar with Barcelona in La Liga, and then he's dominating the Premier League with one of the best teams ever assembled. Man City actually started their title defense with a comfortable 2-0 victory over Chelsea at Stamford Bridge on the opening weekend, winning 2-0. Goals from Haaland in the 18th minute and another goal from former Chelsea midfielder, the Croatian international Mateo Kovacic in the 84th minute saw Pep Guardiola return with all 3 points. On match day 2, Liverpool continued from where they stopped, strolling to a 2-0 victory over Brentford. Colombian international attacker Luis Diaz grabbed the opener for Liverpool in the 13th minute before Mo Salah grabbed his second goal of this campaign in the 70th minute. On match day 1, Brentford actually started the campaign well. While they are about to lose Ivan Toney, with the England Ghana striker expected to head off to Saudi, they did well, strolling to a 2-1 victory over Crystal Palace at home. Brian Mbeumo opened the scoring for Brentford in the 29th minute, and then Ethan Enoch grabbed an own goal which saw Crystal Palace equalize in the 56th minute, and Brentford showed what they are made of, with Yohan Wissa grabbing the winner for them in the 76th minute. On match day 2, Crystal Palace vs West Ham United. Remember, West Ham lost in their opening game of the campaign 2-1 to Aston Villa at home at the London Stadium. Amadou Onana put Aston Villa up 4 minutes into the game before Lucas Paqueta drew West Ham level from the penalty spot in the 37th minute. But Aston Villa had the last laugh, with John Duran, the Colombian striker, who was actually linked with a move to West Ham, grabbing a late goal for the visitors in the 79th minute. On match day 2, West Ham bounced back at Crystal Palace, scoring 2 unreplied goals, thanks to Thomas Soucek and new captain Jarrod Bowen in the second half. Aston Villa actually attempted to make it 2 wins in 2 on match day 2. They hosted Arsenal, but they couldn't get the job done. Oli Watkins, the England international striker, missed 2 good chances, but Arsenal capitalized in the end, with Leonardo Trossard and Thomas Partey grabbing second half goals to see the Gunners return to the Emirates Stadium with all 3 points. Remember last season, Arsenal lost home and away to Villa, and they've righted their wrongs this season, grabbing 3 crucial points which could come handy in the title race going forward. Arsenal started the campaign with a solid 2-0 victory over Wolves. Arsenal will be looking to challenge Man City again for the title after coming second in the last 2 campaigns. Last season they missed out on the title by just 2 points, and then in 2022-23 they missed out on the Premier League title by 5 points. They will be looking to win their first Premier League title since 2004 this term, and they've been doing well so far. Against Wolves, Kai Havertz opened the scoring for Arsenal in the 25th minute, assisted by Bukayo Saka, and the German returned the favour in the 74th minute, assisting Bukayo Saka for the second goal of the game. On match day 2, Wolves attempted to bounce back from that loss against Arsenal, but they couldn't get the job done against Chelsea at home. Nicholas Jackson actually put the Blues ahead 2 minutes into the game, but Wolves drew level just some minutes later. 25 minutes later, the Brazilian attacker Matheus Cunha drew Wolves level, but Chelsea didn't come to play. They put themselves ahead in the 45th minute via Cole Palmer. But Wolves were not done. Jørgen Strand Larsen ensured that they headed into half-time 2-2, drawing Wolves level. But then Chelsea went into second gear in the second half. Noni Madueke grabbed the second hat-trick of this season, scoring in the 49th minute, in the 58th minute, and the 63rd minute to put Chelsea in a comfortable lead. New arrival Joao Felix capped things off in the 88th minute to see Chelsea stroll to a very comfortable 6-2 victory against Wolves. On match day 1, Newcastle started the campaign with a lucky 1-0 victory over Southampton. Fabian Schär, the Newcastle United centre-back, was sent off 28 minutes into the game for a foul on Ben Brereton Diaz. But Southampton couldn't capitalize with that man advantage, and Brazilian international midfielder Joelinton ensured Newcastle grabbed the winner in the 45th minute. On match day 2, Newcastle attempted to make it 2 victories out of 2, but that was not possible. Against Bournemouth, they ended up drawing 1-1. Marcos Tavernier put Bournemouth up 1-0 in the 37th minute, but Newcastle drew themselves level via Anthony Gordon in the 76th minute. Bournemouth thought they had grabbed the winner in the 93rd minute, but Dango Ouattara saw his goal rightly chalked off thanks to VAR. Remember, Utara was unlucky on match day 1 against Nottingham Forest. Nottingham Forest and Bournemouth ended up playing 1-1. Chris Wood had put Nottingham Forest up 1-0 in the 23rd minute, and then Utara thought he had equalized for Bournemouth in the 32nd minute, but VAR chalked off his goal. Luckily for Bournemouth, Antoine Semenyo, the Ghanaian striker, ensured that they left Nottingham Forest with a point, grabbing a deserved equalizer in the 86th minute. Then finally on match day 2, Southampton lost their second game of this campaign to Nottingham Forest 1-0. Morgan Gibbs-White scored in the 70th minute to hand Nottingham Forest all 3 points. Forest have been impressive so far this campaign, 1 win, 1 draw, and they will be looking to keep impressing going forward.